Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Sean Mathis, and I see you folks are logging on. We've got my national sales trainer, Jonathan Garrick, online with us as well.
What's up, everybody?
We're going to give just a couple minutes before we get started to allow everybody to log on, prepare time for any technical difficulties, but I see you guys logging on as we speak. And we expect to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 100 plus on this webinar. So I'm super excited. I'm sure Jonathan's super excited, and we're going to deliver some great value to you guys. The purpose that, pardon me, had a quick tech glitch. That's the beauty of doing these things live. But as I was saying, our objective here is to deliver you guys some value. We've been doing this all year. We've coached over 150 agents across the country in small markets, big markets, independent agents, major carriers, you name it. We've delivered it, and we get a lot of questions on online, social media, and through email every day about what exactly are some of the strategies that we teach. And up until today, we've not yet delivered any of those. We've just said, well, hop on a call with us and we'll talk you through it. But we decided that we would go ahead and give out some of the strategies, some of the tips and tricks that we offer in our program for just joining us here today. And some of these strategies will be able to implement in your business right now, today, to generate you some leads. Jonathan, anything that you have to say before we officially get kicked off here?
I don't think so. Excited about being here and sharing some of the knowledge, and then I'll issue a challenge in a way for some of the agents on the phone to get some more additional information and a couple of additional videos after the call too.
Very cool. A challenge from Coach John should be taken seriously. This guy knows what he's doing. So we'll just wait here another 30 seconds to a minute and a half or so. We are 100% live. Let me just reiterate that. This is 100% live. What you see in here is what I'm saying right now, this very second. So if there are any tech glitches, we don't anticipate any. This is not our first rodeo. However, if there are any, please bear with us. And due to there won't be an ability to ask questions or anything like that. I still see the numbers churning here on the screen, folks logging on. So I want to make sure that everybody gets this information, and we don't leave anybody out. So just bear with us just another minute or so, and then we will officially get launched into this thing. All right, it looks like the logins have slowed down, so we'll get started again. I'm Sean Mathis, and this is my national sales trainer, Jonathan Garrick. Just before we get into this and start giving you the goods, I want to tell you a little bit about who we are and what we do in case you have not been following us or this is you getting acquainted with us for the very first time. I'm the founder of the Agnecy Alliance Mastermind. We are an insurance agent-specific mastermind and the only one like it on the planet, wherever. In the world that I'm aware of, and I do a lot of scoping and seeing what's out there. What we do is completely unique and completely different. When I was selling insurance, I worked for 3 different major carriers at some point or another in my career, and as I was going through, I discovered that all carriers have really good training programs as it relates to training us on insurance product knowledge, on how to sell the value of higher limits. They teach us all the rules and regulations and what liability is and how to explain all this to the consumers. And they load us with product knowledge, which is absolutely critical. I mean, you have to know what you're talking about in order to sell it to somebody, right? However, what I found is that there are very few, if any, carriers today that teach us how to go out and prospect. All of you guys know how to sell insurance. You guys know how to sell the value of doing business with you and your agency, and why it's better to do business with you than whatever competitors you're selling against in your market. The problem that I see that 99% of folks that get on the phone with us that they have is, I just need more people to talk to. I need to get in front of more prospects, and if you can get in front of more prospects, then the selling part is easy. So what we focus on in our program is not teaching you about insurance. We teach you how to get in front of more people so that you can do what you do best and sell your ass off and get more clients. We have a 12-week program that runs the gamut from sales processes to marketing and branding to social media strategies, how to use video in your business, and of course everything that we do will be compliant with your carriers. We're not going to tell you to do anything in compliance. So if you hear us say something, you're like, oh wait, we can't do that. We are very, very familiar with all the major carriers and all the rules. But we teach you email strategies, follow-up strategies, automation strategies, and what we essentially give you is a roadmap to success. We teach you what to do on a daily, weekly, and monthly basis to get in front of more prospects. Today, here's what your goal for the month, and you have a structured plan of action to go out and get more prospects and get more leads and more referrals every single day. And for 90 days, you'll be working with myself and Jonathan here, if you were to enroll in our program, to have that entire roadmap so that you will be able to stop purchasing leads, stop using ineffective marketing strategies like mail campaigns and buying billboards and stuff like that. Things that are going to generate results today. And so that's what this webinar is designed to do, is give you just a couple of the strategies that we teach our clients that you can go out and implement today. My background is in personal lines. I started out as a reserve agent at Farmers. I ended up backing out of that program, and I went on as a team member with State Farm, did that for a few years. From there, I decided to open my book of business with Liberty Mutual Insurance. I was the #1 rookie agent my first year in the business amongst all the rookies. There was over 1,000 rookies that year that they had hired on, and I was #1 in the country. And I stayed in the top 10 my entire career in the entire country. So as a 2- and 3-year rep, I'm competing against other agents who have been in the business 15 and 20 years, yet I am selling at the same level they are. And the way I was able to do that was using some of these strategies today. And Jonathan, why don't you tell me a little bit about your background?
Yeah, absolutely. I got started on the commercial side of the business, where I was one of the top 3 rookies in a company with over 4,000 employees, Brown & Brown. Did about almost 1.4 million in my first year there. Took a leadership position with another global broker and learned the personal line side of the business, and there for a few years did around 800,000 a year, a little over 800 items. And one of the things I always stress to people when we talk about our numbers, Sean and I's numbers, is that we don't share those numbers with you to brag. We share those numbers so that you can see that the businesses that we ran were extremely efficient, right? We were efficient in the way we ran our business, and that's what is so important in the sales process that we share with you guys, is an efficient way of doing business that most agents really are just not out there doing right now.
That's right, yeah. And for those of you that haven't been to my website, my first year in the business, I wrote over 1,000 units, and I never sold under 1,200 to 1,500 after that point moving forward. I didn't hire my first assistant until I had I think a year and 3 months into the business and over 1,800 policies on the books. I was able to do that with just myself and a service rep. And I noticed that a lot of folks continue to throw more employees at the problem of being busy. And it's typically not being busy or not having enough people where the problem lies. The problem is typically inefficiency, and we'll teach you a little bit about that. So without further ado, I'll talk to you a little bit about social media, which is one of the primary functions of generating leads that you really need to be focusing on today. If you're not generating leads on social media from both your personal page and your business page, then you're way, way behind the curve. And so that's what we help a lot of our clients do, is get up to speed and really be an industry leader and a market leader as it pertains to social media. And so I want to talk a little bit about the evolution of communication, because I know some of you might cringe at the thought of allowing clients and business partners on your Facebook page or your LinkedIn page and think, oh my gosh, no, that's for friends only, or that's just my family, or I don't use social media, it's not my thing, whatever the case may be. Maybe your wife or your husband or whatever won't allow you to be on social media. You might need to have that conversation too. But when you look at communication as a whole, we started out, think about cell phones, right, when they first started, or even beepers if you go further back. Some of you guys are old enough to remember a beeper. Those things were like emergency use only, oh, here's my beeper number, but don't call me just to chit-chat because, I got to go to a payphone and call you back. It was for emergencies only. And then what we saw is business and corporate America realized, oh, man, this is a way that we can contact our employees, or we can make our sales force more available. And so businesses started issuing pagers. I remember when Motorola was going out getting huge national, corporate contracts, and employers were buying beepers, by the crate load and giving them out to all their employees so they could stay connected. And then they started giving them to their clients. And now all of a sudden you get to this place where everybody's got a beeper. And then we moved to two ways, and we started texting each other. And then cell phones. Remember, we had the bag phone in the car where you only called if you needed roadside assistance, or it was like a super duper emergency. You didn't use it for anything. But what happened? The communication evolved, and then we got better plans, and we allowed friends to have it, and then we allowed our employers to have it, and then our clients had our cell phone number, and everybody had our cell phone number, and then we started moving to texting. And we used to only text for quick, small responses, and now more people text than use the phone. It's funny to me, sometimes I'll see people have an entire text conversation, entire dialogue for hours without ever picking up the phone. It's like, you could have that same conversation in 10 minutes if you just picked up the phone. But we just love texting. And then email, same way. It started out, internet was slow, and we didn't email a whole lot. And now people, not only are their customers emailing them, friends and their family and their jobs are emailing them, but then, emails are coming straight to your phone. So we're becoming more and more connected with every day, and all these new technologies continue to connect us. And social media is no different. When we started out with Facebook, it started out as a college alumni deal for ways to find people you went to school with. And then Mark Zuckerberg and his team realized that, man, we're onto something here. People want to be connected. And so then they opened it up. And then it was a photo sharing place, and a way to just keep in touch with family members without having to send greeting cards all the time, right? Just, share photos and, birthdays or whatever the case may be. And then we decided, man, we should let our friends on here. And now we've got friends and family. And then those of us, we're at the point now, from 2009 or so, moving forward, people have started to allow their clients on, their business partners on, to their social media sites to really get a glimpse and stay connected with them. And like I said, you may cringe at that, but if you look at all other forms of communication, they've all evolved the same way. And social media is no different. This is an opportunity for you to market your business, oftentimes 100% free, completely bring brand awareness and brand yourself top of mind to your entire sphere of influence, to thousands and thousands of people for free. But you got to be open enough to let them on there. You've got to, people want to know, we all know in sales that people want to do business with people they know, like, and trust. And it takes a long time to organically build a relationship face-to-face with people, which is the brilliance of social media, because you can connect with someone you've never met, and in a few weeks or a few months' time, seeing your photos, seeing your kid's baseball or soccer game, seeing you celebrate your birthdays, you go out doing business, whatever it is that you do on social media, they get a sense and understanding of who you are. They begin to get an insight into your world and know you and like you and develop a trust. I can't tell you how many of my clients that have come to us and they didn't use social media at all, and as we got them to understand how important it is and why that you have to do it because it's evolving, there's no way around it. It's coming. The same way as every other form of communication has evolved, so too is social media, and you're going to have to be on social media, be active if you're going to be a player in your industry. But I can't tell you how many people have come on and they changed their way of thinking and start allowing clients, start inviting the world into their life of people. And we had a call today with our guys, and a guy talked to us on our call, one of our clients, and said, man, I used to not be very active on social media, but now that I am, I had someone reach out to me out of the blue that I connected with on Facebook from an event that he bought a booth at. And after a couple weeks of watching the guy, he said, sent him a private message, said, I've been watching you for a couple weeks, and I really think you're the kind of agent that I want to do business with. I've kind of gotten to know you here on social media, so I'd like to get some quotes on my home, motorcycle, and auto insurance. What do I do from here? And he was able to generate business just by allowing a guy to connect with them that he met at an event. And most of you probably go out and do events, but I bet very few of you actually invite the people that come to your booth or come to your table or that you meet at an event to connect with you on Facebook and let them into your world. So that, that's a really good place for us to understand why we're going to share some of these things and some of these strategies via social media, understanding sort of the background and how you need to be active and be a player and let everybody on your page, and understanding this evolution of communication to really grasp the concepts that we're going to get into today. And Jonathan, I'll turn it over to you to get started here.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that you touched on and that people really don't understand, and a lot of the agents, as they first come to the program, they begin to see it, and we had an agent talk about it this week, is that through Facebook and through the algorithms that Facebook has put into place and how you get and stay in front of people, you truly can become a local celebrity type figure in your marketplace, not just in insurance, not just in your field, but in sharing your life with other people, in adding value to referral partners, which is what people learn in our program. And we're talking top referral partners in their areas, the top real estate agents, mortgage bankers, loan officers, divorce attorneys. Those are people and things that we're teaching strategies on how to connect with those people, what to say to them, and then how to begin adding value to what they're doing. And a lot of people don't even think about referral partners. And this just came to me, and I'll share this just for this is one tip. Divorce attorneys, a great opportunity for referrals. Right now, when a couple is becoming separated, they're handing down sentences of you have to go out on this side and get a life insurance policy, and so do you, sir. You have to go out and get a life insurance policy. And they're looking for good people to partner with. Well, that also comes into homeowners insurance and all that. And every time I talk with an agent and they're like, wow, that's a great idea. Absolutely it is. You need to be searching out and finding these referral partners, and doing that on social media as you brand yourself is very easy. And we have a guy doing it with financial planners too. People don't think about financial planners. Those guys, there's certain things they don't want to deal with. And we have a guy, a State Farm agent, going through our program right now who is killing it. He mentioned the other day he was going to have to start buying new pants because he's been eating breakfast and lunch with so many financial planners, and they're sending him so much business. And so when you strategically and intentionally target top referral partners in your area using social media, the results are explosive.
Yeah, so let me share with you guys some, a lot of what we do is not only teach you this, but we're constantly learning and evolving as well as a company. And, I was talking on our call today that my job is to stay on top of trends and what's happening in the world of social media so that I can share that down with you guys and help you stay on the forefront, similar to a stockbroker. Somebody hires a stockbroker to manage their money so that they don't have to watch the stocks all day because they have a job that they're doing. They can't necessarily be their own stockbroker, so they hire somebody out. I guess you could watch it, but typically the stockbroker is going to get better results than you are. I guess you could go out and go to school and doctorate degree and be your own doctor if you want, but most people just hire somebody to do that for them. So that's what folks do here with us. They trust us to stay on top of the things, and we were just looking at a report that came out this year a couple months ago, and I want to share with you guys some really strong facts that you can really internalize and then put into use in your business as it pertains to the effectiveness of social media and how to post effectively, and understanding, from a personal side on the personal page, when to post, what to post, in order to get the most engagements. And so some of you that are new, and engagement on social media, on Facebook in particular, is constituted as a like, a comment, or a share. And all of these things build toward what's called an edge ranking for you. And an edge ranking is what Facebook uses to determine what position in the timeline you're going to hold, right? So whenever you go on you might have 500 friends, but you log into Facebook and look at your timeline, you don't see all 500 of your friends' posts. You probably see the same handful of people time and time again. And the reason is because the algorithm on the personal Facebook says that we want to make sure that we are sharing the most interesting posts to you. We want to put the most interesting posts in front of you to keep you engaged. So if we see somebody that posts something that's on your friends list and it doesn't have any engagement, Facebook is going to look at that and say, this isn't a very interesting post. So if you notice on the right side of your screen, there's a little sidebar, and that's a real-time update of what's really going on with your friends and who's posting. So the uninteresting people go on the right side, and the interesting people go there in the timeline. And so the point to building your edge rank is to put you in the timeline in front of more of your friends more often. And the way to do that is to understand how to post, when to post, in order to get the most engagement so that the maximum number of people can see your post without you having to put a bunch of money and advertise behind it for people to see your post. And to understand that, you have to know that engagement is the key. Likes are good, comments are better, and shares are the best. If you get people to share your status, that's huge, because not only does somebody on your timeline see that so-and-so liked your page, but then when they share it, it hits all of their friends as well. And so it's really important to get as many people to like, comment, and share, because every time somebody touches a post of yours, you now have opened yourself to their network of people as well. So with that, you need to know the best days to post. Now, recent studies showed that the weekend from Friday to Sunday actually gets 15 to 20% more engagement than any other day in the week. And the opportunity here is that there's only 10 to 12% of people who actually post business offers on those days. Typically, we think that, oh, people check out on the weekends, you know, they're out with their families, they're at the park, so on and so forth, and they're not posting because they think people aren't seeing. But according to the study that studied over 50,000 posts in Q1 of this year, saw the trend is actually moving toward consumers being more active on business offers Friday through Sunday. So think about that as you're moving forward in your business, to start posting on the weekends, being active with letting folks know that you're there, that you do business on the weekends, that you're there to help them. If you go to the office, check in on the weekend and let them know, hey, we're here on Saturdays for you. If you guys need us, that's, you know, we're here for you. I know a lot of people forget about that, and so think about that. 15 to 20% more engagement Friday through Sunday. Now, to know the good times to post is great, but you also want to know when the least effective time is, right, to post. So Wednesday, according to the study, says that 8% gets less engagement on Wednesdays than any other day of the week. So on average, if you're posting on a Wednesday, you're going to see about 8 to 10% less activity on that post. So probably not the best place to be putting offers out there is on a Wednesday. Mondays are also really strong days to post as folks are getting back into the routine. Now, knowing the days is good, but let's talk about the effective time frames to post. The best time to post is during non-busy hours. So you're looking at 6 p.m. to 7 a.m. is going to be the best time for you to post. 6 p.m. to 7, no later than 8 a.m. is the best time to post. You're getting people as they get off work and before they go to work. Then the other prime time to be posting is between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. at lunch hour. So, you know, that's taken into account, you know, East Coast and West Coast, but, you know, give it about a 2-hour window there in the middle of the day is the other good time to post. So if you've got something that you need to put out there, be cognizant of what day and time you're putting it out there, because these things all affect who's going to see your post. And, you know, typically we don't just post things for ourselves to see it, right? We could jot that down on a sticky note. If you're posting something, it's because you want somebody to see it. So if you want somebody to see what you're saying, you got to understand when it is they're going to see it in the best time. So you got to build your edge rank, make sure that Facebook sees a lot of interaction between you and other people. You're posting interesting stuff that's getting people engaged and getting them to be social. After all, it is social media, so get people to be social with you. You need to be social with other people. And then posting at the right time, between 12 and 2, and then 6 p.m. to 8 a.m. And those are on the weekdays. On the weekends, it's wide open because there are no quote-unquote busy hours for the majority of the population. The other final thing that I want you to know before I turn this back over to Jonathan for his a couple of his strategies and a challenge that he wants to give you is to think about a contest that you can run on your business page. Research shows that the number one way to get people to engage on a business page or a fan page is to run contests. So you guys all probably have personal pages and business pages, But if you notice, when you post on your business page, you probably get very little to zero engagement. The business page is a whole nother animal. And, in our program, we get a lot more in depth on how to be effective there on the business page. But one of the things that you can use today and keep in mind and try to think of as an office of what kind of a contest can you run and put that on your business page, because people will engage on a contest, whether it's, enter to win a video contest, a, trivia contest, a, gift card contest, whatever kind of contest you can come up with. Get creative, think outside the box. But it's a way to get people engaged, and that's the key, is to get them engaged. Because once you can get them engaged, they'll see your post, they'll develop that relationship, and you'll get them reaching their hands up and saying, hey, I want to do business with you. If they continue to see your agency over and over and over in their timeline, you're just continually branding yourself for free. Think of what it would cost you to put a mailer out to somebody every single day. It would cost you a fortune, much less thousands of people being able to see you and your agency every single day. So the branding opportunity through social media is huge. It's insurmountable. You cannot be a market leader without being effective on social media. I bet if any of you looked at your top performers as it relates to new business, not policy count, because you've got to take time into account. If you look at new business production, your top 10% folks in your company are going to be active players on social media. I promise you. So, Jonathan, I've rambled enough, but I want you to talk a little bit about some of the things that you like to go over with our clients, and some of the things that will help keep people effective and start generating leads today. And let's give them that challenge and see if we can get some people to report back results from some of this today.
Yeah, absolutely. So one of the things, as I'm coaching clients and talking with them about, that people really don't think about, and they say, well, I want to keep separate. I want to keep business separate from Facebook, and you talked about it earlier in the evolution of communication. Well, everything is going away from that. And there is a happy medium between sharing your business life and your work life, and sprinkling in business. You don't want every post you make to be about, hey, I saved a couple $900. Hey, I just wrote 10 policies this week. You don't want that to happen. But there are ways to strategically target people and to do that. And one of the easiest ways, and most of you are going to think, well, yeah, of course, but I guarantee you 80 to 90% of the agents out there don't do this, is through Facebook message, right? Just sending a message to all of your Facebook contacts. There's a couple of good reasons for doing that. There's a built-in read receipt for Facebook messages, right? We've all seen it where it says seen that. So people know that. They see that red light up there and they want to get rid of it. So your message is being seen. Just through the normal news feed, if your edge rank isn't high, you can make a post and not all of your friends will see it. But for instance, we have scripted emails for you to send for this situation, and part of it just talks about, I know that insurance is not a topic you find particularly exciting. The good news is that I do. This is an ever-changing industry, and you can trust me that I'm keeping up with what's going on in the world of insurance. What I really wanted to let you know is that I'm here to be a trusted resource should you need it, right? Again, you're not hammering and let me quote your business, but you do kind of throw it in there. The one thing I want to leave you with is this. In our area, a lot of companies have raised their insurance premiums lately. If you haven't looked at your policy recently, your rates may have crept up on you. Should you notice that your company has hiked premiums on your policy and you want an honest second opinion to make sure you're still getting the best deal, I'm here for you. If you're happy with the way things are, that's great too. Just know that you have a friend in the insurance business, right? So you're just very casually but professionally letting everybody know that you're in the insurance business. And just from that email alone, people have gotten 5 to 10 policies. We have other scripted emails for our sales process, scripted emails for follow-up, things like that. We had an agent last week, just from using our sales process, he was in week 2 of the program, wrote 25 policies from 5 different families by using our Are You Still Shopping email. So those type of numbers are paying for the course before the course even begins. And so part of my challenge today is, and I will send you this script, post on our timeline, the Selling with Sean page, or you see my Facebook name down there, hit me up for a friend request, either or, reach out, give us one takeaway that you had from today, one takeaway or one question, post it to the Selling with Sean page or send me a message, and I'll send you this script for reaching out to people through Facebook. The other thing that I'll send you if you do that, we have 3 videos, right? Facebook searches, LinkedIn prospecting, and Twitter prospecting. I will send you those 3 videos so that you can begin building that database of top referral partners in your area. The real estate agents that are working in the neighborhoods that you want to. The loan officers who are doing $5, $6, $7 million every quarter instead of 1 or 2 deals a month. Twitter, one of those necessary evils, but what you use Twitter for, the hashtag feature. Finding those referral partners that are active on Twitter and then taking that relationship over to Facebook and taking it over to LinkedIn. So those 3 videos, powerful videos, you can build your friends list with that and build those relationships. I'll send those to you, post on the wall, let us know one takeaway or one question of what you had today, and I promise you, you will write some policies from one or the other, just from hooking up with referral partners, commenting on their stuff, liking what they're doing, and engaging with them on social media.
Yeah, let me too talk. So for you guys, the challenge is, again, I want you to reach out to every single friend that's on your Facebook page between now and end of business Friday. So if you got to work at night and send out 5 or 10 messages here and there, then so be it. But if you will reach out to your friends, we take for granted how many we think, oh, well, they already know I'm in insurance, they'll reach out whenever they're ready. But I promise you, as you reach out to these folks and just remind them that you have a friend that they have a friend in the business, and you're here to quote them. If they know that they haven't checked things in a while and they think it's time to look out and get a second opinion, that you're there for them, they'll be like, oh man, I forgot. I can't tell you how many clients we've had who have seen their friends do business with people in the very industry they're in, but it wasn't with them. You know, we work with real estate agents and other programs who have seen their friends, post a listing of their house and they're listed with someone else, and they reach out and say, hey, I didn't know you're selling your house. What's going on? We've been friends for 10 years. And, oh, geez, I just totally forgot. So we had a story of one of our clients who took the challenge and actually reached out to everybody and had 25 people out of his friends say, yeah, actually, I would like to get a quote from you, Paul. And of that, he was able to write 14 policies just from simply reaching out and reminding people, hey, I'm here if you need it. Because people get busy with life. You think that, we get really egotistical and think that everybody sees everything we post, and I promise you they don't. So just because you may be posted or your job's listed as an insurance agent, there's a high probability that they don't even see your post, much less remember where you work. Now, obviously, your closest of close friends, yes, but I'm talking about friends on your Facebook page or on your LinkedIn page probably don't remember, and it just serves as that reminder. And isn't that what marketing's all about anyway? It's just reminding people that you're there. I mean, obviously, we all know that Coke exists, but does Coke stop reminding you that they exist? Do they take for granted and say, oh, those guys out in Texas, they know that Coke exists. We don't have to market out there. No, they consistently market in every single market, in every single community, every single day. And so that's what you really have to do, is build top of mind. And the way to do that is to consistently and continually remind people that you're there. So that's Jonathan's challenge. My challenge for you is, those of you who have stayed on this call, is there's a button right below this video. What that is a form to reach out to Jonathan and I personally. And we will let you know exactly what our course is about. If you have yet to see it, it's your first time to get in touch with you, to get in touch with us, I want to share with you what our 90-day program is about. If you like what we've shared with you here, just know that this just barely scratches the surface. And with every single week, not only do we have awesome information, individual and personalized coaching with myself and Jonathan, but we also have tasks, homework, if you will, for you to go out and complete every single day that are strategies just like this, tools just like this, to go out and build an effective marketing campaign to get people in front of you. Because like I said at the beginning of this call, we all know that your companies know how to teach you to sell insurance. I know that you know how to sell insurance. What you need is asses in those seats in front of you so you can write more deals. And the way to do that is to continue to evolve as a business person, continue to grow and expand your marketing outlets. Listen, guys, your companies have been training people and agents the same exact way. The same program that Farmers has today is the program they had in 2007 that I went through. It hasn't changed. But trust me that this marketplace has changed. The way that consumers respond today has changed. You know, there's a study that proves that 48% of people indicated that a buying decision was swayed for them based on social media. Whether it was a recommendation from someone on social media when they reached out and said, hey, does anybody know a reputable painter? You know, so on and so forth. You know, yellow pages are gone. Radio ads are gone. Billboard responses are gone because while you got a billboard up, the people that are driving past you are doing what? Scrolling through their timeline on their phone. They're not looking at your billboard anymore. They don't see it. What they see is what's going on in social media. And so you've got to be a player there. What they see is what's coming into their inbox. You've got to understand email strategies. What they're seeing is video responses. What they see is videos. When you type in anything on Google, Google owns YouTube. Number one way to get first page placement is to have a video on that topic. YouTube is the second largest social media or social search engine in the world, second only to Google. You've got to be a player on video. You've got to be a player on automation. You know, instead of calling 100 people on a list that you quoted 6 months ago that didn't take your business, cold calling people using hours of manpower to find a couple people who are interested, why not have a system that will get people to reach out to you and say, hey, Sean, I'm interested in getting a quote from you. And you only spend time on the phone closing business. You should not be spending time on the phone prospecting business. Your team members should not be on the phone prospecting. You should have leads, warm referrals that are ready to close today. But in order to do that, you can't continue to market the way you did a decade ago. Things have changed, and you got to get with the times. So that's what we'll be able to share with you. If you click on that button, fill out that form. We're not going to spam you. We're not going to harass you. In fact, we don't have time to. If you miss your appointment time, you probably never talk to us again. The last thing we want to do is harass anybody, but I do really want to talk to those people who are interested in hearing more about the program, hearing more about how we can help you. And don't forget Jonathan's challenge. Reach out to myself on Facebook. Reach out to Jonathan Garrick, Garrick, on Facebook. Send us a note. Send me an email at sean@sellingwithsean.com of something that you found valuable in this information, and we'll send you 3 videos on how to prospect on Instagram, or excuse me, on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Twitter. Share our prospecting tools on how you can start generating leads and referral sources and getting the meetings with the financial advisors we talked to, getting the meetings with those divorce attorneys we talked to you about, getting meetings with mortgage professional, property managers, so on and so forth to build your business, how to get people to respond today. And we'll also send you that script that you can send out to if you're going to take the challenge with Jonathan, send you the script on what to send to your Facebook friends to generate 10 to 15 extra policies in the next 7 days. I mean, that would do some of you guys wonders. I bet there's some people on here who probably don't write 15 policies a month, much less in a few days, by a simple strategy that'll take you nothing more than maybe an hour to complete, unless you're really popular and you got a bunch of friends. But that being said, Jonathan, is there anything else that you would like to add for these folks before we sign off here?
That's really not much. Just, you know, any questions, anything like that. We do get the questions a lot about asking other agents. If you do look on Sean's page, on my page, if you scroll through it, if you look on the Selling with Sean page, we have tons of agents having massive success. We have 68 agents going through the program right now. We want you guys to at least have that conversation to see if it's a good fit for you. It might not be a good fit for you, and we're okay with that, right? We know that our program's not a good fit for everybody, but to have a 10 to 15 minute conversation to see if it is, I can promise you, you'll leave our conversation with a couple of tips and tricks and something that you didn't know, especially that Facebook searches video. For those of you that request it and we send it to you, you're going to be blown away by the search capabilities on Facebook and who you can find.
Yeah, guys, and I just want to reiterate, you know, we are in one of the best economic times we've seen in a long time. And if your business is not on a serious incline, you've got to really evaluate what's going on. You can't continue to do the same things and expect anything different. And I'm telling you, the way that we're growing our program and the number of agents that we have coming in on a daily basis, inquiring about our programs, signing up for advanced placement in the programs, there's an agent coming to your market soon that's going to be implementing this stuff.
That's for
So
sure.
it's either going to be you or it's going to be somebody else. And you can wait to see if other agents in your area have success with this program, but by the time that happens, it's too late. It's like buying a stock. You don't wait till the stock hits its peak and say, oh shit, this stock's doing good. I better get in, because what happens, you're going to get in and it's too late and you lost all your money. You got to get in. You got to be an industry leader. You got to be a market leader. You got to be able to be somebody who can bring value to your marketplace with strategies that nobody else is using. When you can go to other business partners and use the things that we're teaching you to help them grow their business, everything changes. When you start generating your own leads, you now control the marketplace. It doesn't matter what your competitors are doing because you control your marketplace. Now, if you wait until other people are having success in your market with it, you can't go out and provide value because there's other agents already doing it. They're like, oh, I'm already working with somebody who's doing that. And I'm telling you, it's coming. You know, we've got probably 150 agents a month that reach out to us. We don't plan on slowing down. In fact, we're adding to our sales force. We're going to be adding to our program. We're going to be launching another program soon. So the time is now. If you have any interest whatsoever or have been following us for any amount of time and want to find out what it's really all about, hop on the phone. We'll give you the information, and it's either a fit or it's not a fit. Either way, you're going to get some valuable stuff out of it, and hopefully you guys sign up for those videos that we offered you. Those are huge. Up until today, and this might even piss some of the people in our program off, up until today, you've had to invest a lot of money with us in order to get access to some of this information. And we're giving it just to you guys who are on this for free, and you've got 24 hours. We're going to go Ice Bucket Challenge style on you. 24 hours to reach out to us. Let us know what you got out of this webinar, and we'll give you that free information. Check out our website at sellingwithsean.com. We've got a testimonials page. If you want testimonials, they're there all day long. Go check them out. Go on
outline of the program.
Facebook.com/sellingwithsean. And connect us on Facebook, man. We want to be friends with you guys. Anything else, Jonathan?
That's it, man.
All right, I'm out, guys. We'll see you. Thank you for joining us.